What is up, disc golf fans, and welcome to the 2023 Heatland Open presented by Innova. This is the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour stop number 7, the last stop before the championships. We're here in Sweden. My name is Chris German. Beside me, we have Derek Scull. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing really great. It's been quite a pleasure being involved in this series here with Michael Bowie over in Sweden. I'm super excited to continue on with them. And let's take a look at who we have on our feature card.
Yeah, we have Morten Brenna, Gustav Dahlén, Dennis Augustsson, and Elias Luukkonen. A lot of great players here as we're finishing up this tour. Some players still competing for points to go into the championships, but you can see a lot of 1,000-rated players here, even with a lot of players over in the States still. So good to see the talent getting better.
Yeah, hole 1, 269-foot par 3. As you can see, not too wide to work with here. A little bit of elevation change, but essentially this should be a stock shot, probably a must-get birdie for these fellas.
Yeah, the theme of this course is going to be very wooded, a lot of par 3s here, very technical course. We're going to see a lot of really neat shots out of these guys today.
Morten comes up a little short, gets stopped up by those trees, but should have somewhat of a bid from there.
Here we have Gustav Dahlén, Team Nordic.
And firing off a sidearm there, having it check up just before that hillside so that the ground plane nestles it right in the bullseye.
Very good shot there from him. And then we have Dennis, the lefty, on the card. We're going to see a lot of creativity out of him. He is no stranger to being on Gatekeeper's coverage this year. He's been in a lot of the Euro Tour events, Swedish disc golf events, and that right there is laced.
Yeah, little help from that rock there in the green, but gets himself good position.
And here we have Eli, Team Discmania. We have saw him a lot too. So a lot of these names are familiar to this coverage. So it's cool to see them and be on this very technical course here.
Oh, wow. And he got another one nestled up here in the bullseye, pretty much right under the basket. He's going to have to make sure he doesn't hit his head on that drop in.
Just a layup there from Morten. And lefty will be the first one in for the birdie. Everything else should be pretty routine from these guys. Morten with the beer frame there as we're going to move into hole 2, 262-foot par 3, 80 meters. This one just a slight bend to the right here. Probably see some righty backhand turnover shots. I think it sets up better with that type of shot as opposed to a forehand. But already having to throw shots on an angle. Gustav does just that.
And this is exactly the golf that I'm really interested to watch. Really requiring shot shaping and precision. So it's not all about big bomber courses. You know, we definitely want to see other skill sets highlighted.
And that's what I really like about this course. It only coming in as a par 57, only a couple par 4s out here. We're going to see these guys be tested on these shorter par 3s, really. Anything around that, 80 meters to all the way up to about 125. Good shot there from Eli.
Looks that may be, a little high, making it drift a little further left.
A couple guys all around circle's edge here, but everyone's able to hit the gap successfully. We saw that awesome flick forehand from Dennis, and he's able to get the birdie. Just those anti-forehand shots. We're going to see that a lot out of him today. He also has the backhand and the backhand turnovers, so he just really has a good arsenal of shots in his bag.
I think maybe that branch may have gotten in his head there a little bit. kind of reduced the extension on the putt. And that's an unfortunate splash out.
Yeah, just a little bit too far left there on that putt.
As for that, being right at the heart.
It's a good comebacker there. It's Elias here, looking for that birdie.
We can always count on Elias to show off his hat selection every round we have with him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of swagger out there. I mean, that's part of disc golf, right? You got to look good while you play good. So we just have another cleanup here from Morten. A couple pars. We got to see if he can get a birdie on this.
Hole 3 coming in at a 390-foot, 119-meter par 3. So pushing the length a little bit here. You want to stay straight and with a finish pretty abruptly there to the left.
Yeah, this is a very challenging hole. Sets up really good for this flex forehand shot for the lefty.
Hung up there a little.
I mean,
It is a game by inches.
Yeah. Sets up for a good flex shot for the righty, too. It's just kind of the natural shape of the hole.
Great height.
A little short, but it does squeak on through. He will have a putt there.
Oh, slightly early release.
Yeah, and it pushes down the fairway a little bit, but kicks pretty far left. We'll see what it looks like over there.
Par at best, I would assume.
And Morten here, Team Alpha Disc. So we'll see him throwing a couple different types of disc here. He gets caught up a little early as well.
I do think that hitting that tree may have been a slight savior for him, as that may have carried a little further right than needed.
That was a great out there from Gustav to get under the basket. Dennis is able to pitch right up for an easy par as well, and some layups here from the team.
Yeah, Elias had some low-hanging branches there, not really giving it any opportunity for a true bid, so taking your medicine, playing smart, getting the 3.
Yeah, it's looking like we will see a par frame, barring anything crazy here. First pars for these guys here. And I would say the front 9 is definitely the easier of the 9s, so you want to get your birdies now.
The J, it's kind of like a companion disc to the Rock, not quite as overstable. So it's more point and shoot than the Rock is, but it's still got really good torque resistance, and it plays really well in the wind, and you can throw it sidearm.
We are back here, hole 4, 420 foot, 128 meter par 4. We have this really tight dog leg right here. It's basically like a 90-degree angle, slight elevation up. Very tricky. This is the first par 4 that these guys are going to see. First shot's kind of a placement shot. Just want to get right out to this landing zone.
And so this was the first time I was able to see this hole. And you should have seen my face with the turn like that. Wow, this is exactly the type of hole that I'm looking to see more of on tour, to be honest.
Yeah, got to use a putter or a mid-range on this first shot here. It's just a nice placement shot. You still have to hit a gap down the fairway. And based on how you throw this shot, it sets you up for your second shot. It's a true 2-shot par 4.
And that looks to be the ideal condition.
Yeah, perfect spot there. And I mean, being sub 150 meters is just great to see. I mean, we're used to seeing 200, 250 meter par 4s.
Yeah, and it's something to be said that, a par 4 requiring a putter off the tee just keeps things exciting, keeps things have a higher, you know, intellectual part of the game.
Yeah, your game knowledge really needs to be up here. Because you push a little too far, you get a little pinch like this. You gotta throw a flexy shot there. Elias looks like he'll have a long look.
Yeah, not the worst outcome.
But this is ideal here.
A little slip there, but fighting its way up the hill. What a great shot. Oh, man.
And
Finding myself in the bullseye. Shooting 3 next.
Yeah, he's finally should be getting on the scoreboard with that one. Gustav in a great spot as well. And that's just easy.
Oh, man. Just evidence of calculated golf.
Ooh, good bid there from Elias.
Great putt.
Yeah, Dennis, lefty with another one there. 3 for 4 to start. There's the birdie from Morten. 2 well-executed shots.
Hole 5, 348 foot, 106 meter par 3. Yet another narrow wooden gap. Pretty severe elevation change, so you're going to probably want something a little lower speed to let that just carry all the way down. And we have the green nestled back up on a little bit more of an incline. Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow. That was coming in hot. Now, there is OB long here, so there is some OB to contend with. We really haven't mentioned that yet because it hasn't really come into play, but there are some holes out here where OB will come into play, and there's one right there. Yeah, this course very tricky. I mean, this is kind of the most opening you really have. Because that is looking amazing.
I think I felt the tingle.
Great shot there from Morten. We're going to see that again. Nice little hyzer flip, slight little drift.
And his card mates are loving it too.
Luukkonen last on the box. Just need to get lucky, and it does.
It does.
Misses all those trees.
And Elias is definitely no stranger to showing off the finesse shot. And it seemed that that was his approach there, and didn't see that one coming. So there really is a fine line there with that boundary in between.
Yeah, that could be playing as hazard. I'm not entirely sure. He is losing some strokes here, though. And Elias is okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, considering the tee shot.
And Dennis getting saved by that log on the backstop there. His was coming in hot. And this is Gustav for a 7. I believe this is actually going in for an 8. So he takes a, I guess that's a quintuplet. Take a +5 there.
Quintuple bogey.
Yeah, so he takes a +5. It's going to put him the +3 for the round. So that was really tough there. Trying to get up and down and then going double OB and missing the putt. Tough to see as we're going to move into hole 6, 295 foot par 3, another tunnel shot. You got to throw it straight. Some say it's the hardest thing to do in disc golf. So under 100 meters here. Looks a little left, but it gets sneaky.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Just past the pin, nestled right up in the bullseye.
That was...
Oh, man, what a close shave from this angle.
Yeah. That might have been less than an inch.
Yeah, and beautiful ground play. Landed nice and flat to really allow it to... So flat and straight is basically the ticket.
So Morten, he's got 2 birdies in a row now. He's going to look for the turkey. And with a shot like that, it should be in his future. Just slow down. It was a little long there, but...
Edge of circle, it looked like still.
Yeah, should be just about 10 meters.
And that one got away from him a little bit. Or was that intentional?
Either way, it's going to look like it should be a 2 on the scorecard. So he finds the local route. And Gustav, that's got to be really tough.
So now we have 2 going in that line.
So maybe that is the line.
That one just didn't check up enough for him.
Yeah, he needs this putt here to get some momentum. And
Left
that
side again.
is another left side putt.
All right.
Gobble gobble for Morten.
Not ideal positioning for footing.
I was gonna say,
or
Luukkonen's
a
been
lane.
having the toughest, like, kind of lies. Like, he's just, like, in the trees. He's got a low ceiling. That's, like, the 3rd or 4th time this round already.
Yeah, it's the game of disc golf can be very fickle sometimes.
Turkey for Dennis as well, as he's 5 through 6 now. Really, really good start.
All right, hole 7, 502 feet, 153 meter par 4, the longest hole we've had so far. Fighting uphill right from the beginning. Going to be a narrow kind of shape to the plateau, and then another incline for the green.
Yeah, and I do want to mention there is OB left, so those logs running right there that the disc is rolling towards is OB, so you definitely want to stay on the right side of those. Just really tightens up the hole, makes it really tough.
And what a beautiful hole nonetheless. Wow, what weird ground play there on the landing zone.
Yeah, like skipped and cut rolled at the same time.
Yeah, with like this weird spin. I'm not really sure I see that too often.
Luukkonen, that needs to get going.
Not quite enough.
Gustav.
So the righty forehand is oh man. Oh, I was just going to say the righty forehand is definitely a play to kind of mitigate any chance of OB as long as you stick to the angle.
Man, this is a tough drop zone. He almost rings it up for the birdie.
And not really that punished from the rollaway either.
Wow. Gustav, he's going to have to throw a little Annie. Forehand gets caught up. Long look for 3.
Rolling more towards the center of the fairway definitely puts himself in a better position than being up on that hillside there, short of the green.
And Brenna takes a terrible kick and pushes him probably good 5 meters down the fairway. Dennis just gets up and down a little past the
Wow.
basket.
Sit. That was a good bid, too.
Oh. Looks like finally Eli has an actual putt. Good par there from Gustav. Dennis for the birdie. Count it. Yeah, it has that backstop there, so you can really run that second shot. And not have to worry too much about actually going long. So we're going to move into hole 8, 302 foot, 92 meter par 3. Very tight gap there off the start. Drone is going down this right line. Looks like there is a left line you can take as well.
This one's giving me Brewster Ridge vibes.
Yeah. Dennis does good there. Puts himself just outside the circle. Yeah, the left side looks like the righty flex forehand is an option. Or just a regular forehand.
Another close shave, pretty low. Ground gives him an extra 5 feet or so.
You love to see it. Such a well-shaped hole.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And that looks great.
Good shot.
Perfect shot there from Elias.
That long grass looks to be a little sticky, so he should be right there on the top.
Gustav turns that over a little bit. He's just going to lay up for par. Hopefully he has something. Looks like he has to go big hyzer around the tree.
Yeah, not a bad approach given the circumstances. So
Morten about 10
All
meters or
right.
so, and he cans it.
I don't know where I am. Actually.
Good putt for Morten. 4 through 8. Good start. The man of the 9. Dennis now 7 under through 8.
lefty magic.
Luukkonen is in as well. And Dahlén. Another par. Let's see if he can get a birdie to close out this front 9.
All right, the final hole on our front 9, 279 foot, 85 meter, par 3. We got just another weaving hole here in the woods. Nice little hillside there close to the green, but a lot of trees to contend with. Committing to a lefty forehand hyzer. And it fights through, finds himself pin high.
That works. I thought that was a little too straight and right. But he gets through. That one tree in the middle there, you can tell, is the tree to miss. And the day that that tree goes, this hole will change forever. Just makes it a little...
Oh, man.
Wow.
And the second tree saves it from going down the hill.
Oh, man, that could have rolled all the way to America. That thing was moving.
Elias with his finesse in the bag. Let's see.
This looks good.
Yeah. Nestles right up. Should stop. Oh, yeah.
Perfect shot there. Let me see that one more time.
Such a clean hyzer. Knew the line. Committed. Cardmates enjoying that as well. And we should be expecting another line very similar here.
Oh yeah. That's the one. No doubt.
And this looks good from Gustav. A little early on the left, yeah.
Yeah, a little early. Still fantastic placement, though.
Just has this one tree he needs to putt around, and he's good.
And it looked like maybe that wasn't quite as in the way as that angle might look.
Yeah. I thought he was going to kind of have to ante around it or something, but He's able to get back on the board. He's got a little bit more work.
And Dennis is lighting it up right now.
Yeah, this was one of the better nines of golf that we've actually been able to cover and witness here on Gatekeeper this year.
I've been smiling ear to ear this whole time. This is a lot of fun. This birdie or die style play is just something that really sends a lot of energy into what we're watching.
Yeah, and it's not like it's just a hyzer course either. I mean, these guys are throwing very technical, very efficient shots, and it's very, very fun. So
And
we're
with
gonna,
an effortless birdie from Elias.
yeah, that's gonna be a star frame to finish out this front nine as we take a look. Dennis, 8 through 9, amazing start there. Everyone playing well. The only thing was really that +5 from Dahlén there.
Yeah, and really, like, you know, the number of strokes compared to the number of strokes on the scorecard. I mean, take the boundary out of play, and that just goes to show how important it is to stay in bounds.
Yes, that's going to finish it up here for the round 1 front nine of the 2023 Heatland Open. Make sure you tune into this back nine for this amazing golf. See you then.